Hello students, welcome back to Not a Skill Center online classes. Here I am Kabishri Bhia, your course trainer from Retail Services. So today we are going to study from the core module Retail Promotion, and the topic is Factors Surrounding Retail Advertising Plan. From Unit 4.7, Interpret Retail Advertisement. So let's begin. The key learning objective of today's session is explain the factors surrounding retail advertising plan. Every retailer thinks about bringing in more traffic and sales, but the question remains, how do you get shoppers to come by and entice them to buy more from your store? What are the triggers that will get people to purchase from you and not your competition? You want to achieve that valuable foot traffic. So the answer is through marketing and retail advertising, which we are going to study. So what is retail advertisement? Retail advertising is the process by which retailers use advertising to drive awareness and interest towards their products to generate sales from their target audience. Through advertising, a retailer attempts to influence their audience to take a specific action. So we now know what is retail advertisement. Now to design an advertisement, there are certain factors that we have to consider. So let's study about some factors to consider when designing an advertisement. The first is objective. Second, budget. Third is media types. And fourth is message. In our today's class, we will study about objective and budget. And in the next class we'll study about the media types and message. So the first factor which we are going to study is objective. Objective sets the blueprint of a successful retail advertising plan. Objectives should be kept simple and clear. By industry practice, retailers should set one objective instead of multiple. So let's look at the common objectives of retail advertising. The first common objective for designing the retail advertisement is to improve store traffic. To sell the establishment or to attract customers to the premises, and in the case of a retail store, increase what is known as store traffic or footfall, that is the number of people passing through the shop. If they can be encouraged to step inside your store, they may possibly buy something lured by the visual merchandising and interior decor, which they would not otherwise be tempted to buy. So the main objective which the retailers keep in mind while designing a retail advertisement is to improve the store traffic. Obviously, the retailers will make sure that they gain more traffic towards their store other than the customers going to their competitor's store. The second common objective for designing the retail advertisement is to increase spending per customer. The more your customers will spend, the more revenue you will generate. The third common objective of designing a retail advertisement is to increase unit per ticket. Units per ticket is a measure used in retail sales to determine the average number of products sold during each customer transaction, calculated for any given period by dividing the number of products sold by the total customer transactions. The fourth common objective for designing the retail advertisement is to promote new product launch. The most common reason advertising is used to introduce a new product in the market. This can be done by existing brands as well as new brands. Advertising elements for a new product launch should take into consideration the target market the product is aimed at, reaching and the company's overall promotional goals. So have a look at the latest iPhone in the market or a Samsung smartphone, and you will find a lot of advertisement for these new products. The objective of advertising a new product is to tell customers, here is the new product we have launched. The fifth common objective for designing the retail advertisement is to promote new store opening. There are more than 500,000 new small businesses every year. One way to make an impression when you first open is with a grand opening event or calling celebrities to inaugurate. So the retailers decide what type of advertisement they have to come for to promote a new store in the market. So the next factor which the retailers consider when designing an advertisement is the budget. When you know your budget, you will know what ideas you can implement relative to the cost that would be required. Some ideas, as brilliant as they may be, but can prove to be quite costly to implement, which is why you need to assess them properly concerning your budget. A brand advertising budget often depends on 5 factors. The first is stage in the product life cycle. New product requires larger funding to build awareness and gain consumer trial. Established product usually requires smaller budget expressed as a ratio to sales. Market share. High market share brands usually require less advertising budget as a percentage of sales to maintain share. To build share by increasing market share requires a larger budget. The third is competition and clutter. In a market of intense competition and clutter, a brand requires larger advertising budget to be seen and heard. Take Sunsilk shampoo. It requires a bigger advertising budget in order to compete against more than 20 shampoo brands offering similar benefits for different types of hair conditions. Advertising frequency refers to the number of repetitions needed to put across the brand's message to consumers. The fifth one, product substitutability, which is also known as product replacement. Products can be replaced requires similar advertising budget than those with low substitutability. Banks and soft drinks are commodity-like products with low substitutability and therefore require high advertising budget to communicate the point of differential distinctively. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood and learned the factors to consider when designing a retail advertisement. So today we have learned about objective and budget. And in our next class, we will study on media types and message. If you have any doubts or queries, please feel free to call or text. Thank you.